Good afternoon, my lovely scholars. I hope you're having an awesome day. If you haven't responded to our circle time question in the morning, please do that. But right now, I'm here to read to you chapter 10 of Dinosaurs Before Dark of our Magic Treehouse series, written by Mary Pope Osborne. And I hate to say it, but this is the last chapter of our book. Oh, Dexter wants to say hi really quick too. Dexter, say, oh, there he goes. Okay, bye. All right. Chapter 10, Home Before Dark. Last we left off with Jack and Annie rushing to their tree house to get out of the grasp of the Tyrannosaurus Rex that was chasing them. And Henry got to ride on the back of a pterodon, which was really cool. And right before we left off, they were in the tree house as it was swirling around, and there was lots of wind and noise. And then all of a sudden, everything was silent. So let's see what happens in chapter 10, Home Before Dark. A bird began to sing. Jack opened his eyes. He was still pointing at the picture of the Frog Creek woods. He peeked out of the treehouse window. Outside, he saw the same exact view. "We're home," whispered Annie. The woods were lit with a golden late afternoon light. The sun was about to set. No time had passed since they left. "Jack! Annie!" a voice called from the distance. "That's Mom," said Annie, pointing. Jack saw their mother far away. She was standing in front of their house. She looked very tiny. "Annie! Jack!" she called. Annie stuck her head out of the window and shouted, "Coming!" Jack still felt dazed. He just stared at Annie. Here's a picture to show you. There they are in the treehouse, and there's their mom calling from home. "What happened to us?" he said. "We took a trip in the magic treehouse," said Annie simply. "But it's the same time as when we left," said Jack. Annie shrugged. "And how did it take us so far away?" said Jack. "And so long ago." "You just looked at a book and you said you wished we could go there," said Annie. "And the magic treehouse took us there." "But how?" said Jack. "And who built this magic treehouse? Who put all these books here?" "A magic person, I guess," said Annie. "A magic person? Oh, look," said Jack. "I almost forgot about this." He reached into his pocket and pulled out the gold medallion that he found. "Somebody lost this back here in the dinosaur land. Look, there's a letter M on it." Annie's eyes got round. "Do you think M stands for magic person?" she said. "I don't know," said Jack. "I just know somebody went to that place before us." "Jack! Annie!" came the distant cry again. Annie poked her head out the window. "Coming!" she shouted. Jack put the gold medallion back in his pocket. He pulled the dinosaur book out of his pack and put it back with all the other books. Then he and Annie took one last look around the treehouse. "Goodbye, house," whispered Annie. Jack slung his backpack over his shoulder and he pointed at the ladder. Annie started down. Jack followed. Seconds later, they hopped onto the ground and started to walk out of the woods. "No one's ever going to believe our story," said Jack. "So let's not tell anyone," said Annie. "Dad won't believe it," said Jack. "He'll say it was a dream," said Annie. "Mom won't believe it," said Jack. "She'll say you're nuts," said Annie. "We better not tell anyone," said Jack. "I already said that," said Annie. Jack sighed. "I think I'm starting to not believe it myself," he said. They left the woods and started up the road toward their house. As they walked past all the houses on their street, the trip to the dinosaur time did seem more and more like a dream. Only this world and this time seemed real. Jack reached into his pocket. He clasped the gold medallion. He felt the engraving of the letter N. It made Jack's fingers tingle. Jack laughed. Suddenly, he felt very happy. He couldn't explain what had happened today, but he for sure knew that their trip in the magic treehouse had been real. Absolutely real. "Tomorrow," Jack said softly, "we'll go back to the woods." "Of course," said Annie. "And we'll climb up to the treehouse," said Jack. "Of course," said Annie. "And we'll see what happens next," said Jack. "Of course," said Annie. "Race you." And and they took off together, running for home. And that, my friends, is the final chapter of Dinosaurs Before Dark, written by Mary Pope Osborne. Tomorrow, we will find out what happens in their next book, book number 2 of the Magic Treehouse series. Awesome. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your day.